Hey guys, it's Joshy here, bringing you my next Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. Now, if you're wondering why I'm clapping, you haven't read the title, because this is a stally battle, which I did. I didn't even mean to off the bat. I just bought a team and then realised once I started that it was a pretty stally team. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to run with it. I'm going to do it. Now, this whole battle is sped up, so don't worry about it taking too long. Also, on top of that, I'd like to point out that I absolutely screwed up my framing to this video, and as I was doing it, you'll see near the start, it actually flips and I start the opponent's team again from the opposite end, and once I got to the end, I could not be bothered going back to the start and redoing what I had done, so I just thought, screw it, I'll admit it at the start, I was wrong, I was an idiot, and we'll go from there. Also, just for a quick note for anyone who's wondering, who might not know, stalling or that, or even like toxic stalling, what it is, it's where you cause something with your opponent, toxic, sometimes burn or something like that, or even confusion a little bit, but more the other toxic, and you just heal yourself and keep it going to stall them out, so it builds up and they just wear themselves down and get damaged, and you just keep healing and stalling, so to say. Okay guys, anyway, let's get into this battle. So this battle was online against a random, so there was no problem doing this, and also because they had quite a powerful team, or with a few big powerful leads. Anyway, I led off with Arbok, and I thought, you know, I've got some decent moves, and I can actually set this guy up, so I don't want to stay in against this. I'm going to get rid of him, or not get rid of him, swap him out, and bring in Sharpedo, because I know he's going to go for a Psychic, because it was super effective, and it's not going to affect. Unfortunately, he does outspeed me here, and I just thought, oh well, you know, I wasn't actually running many speed EVs, so it doesn't matter, he's down. So now I'm going to bring in Mrs. Fiona Charming, my little ogre dumpling here, and she takes about half, but I'm going to get the swagger off, which causes a decent amount, you know, to the obviously Mega, has to be Mega Mewtwo, because Mewtwo's not powerful enough by himself. And because of that, he's going to hit himself and take off a nice chunk. I'm going to get Toxic off as well, so here I've got my lefties recovering, healing myself a little bit. I am planning on switching Curse on this set to recover, but I just haven't done it yet. Anyway, he's going to swap out here, afraid of any more damage, and he's going to bring in the Incineroar. So I've gone for a Curse because there's not much else I could do, and which is good because it gives me a boost in my defenses, which is what I really needed. So here, anyway, he's going to go for the Z move, and I was surprised it wasn't the Insignium Z and the Malicious Moonsault, but it's just the Dark Hole Eclipse. So I also don't think it was that powerful, because you'll see later in the battle he uses Bite, not Crunch, or anything, so I'm a bit confused, but nonetheless, whatever, we'll go with it. So I'm able to get off the Attract here, which is a 50-50% chance that he will attack or will not attack each turn, which is good. So now I can get off the Swagger. It does raise his attack, which is a bit dangerous, but he's already used his Z move, burnt that off, and now he can hit himself in Confusion, and because he's physical, if he does hit himself in Confusion, it'll be a nice chunk. But he gets through Confusion, but is immobilized by Love, and I can get the Toxic off. So now this is where I probably, because I'm running a decent amount... Oh, look, a bug ran across my screen while recording. Anyway, sorry, I just really noticed that. So I can actually just recover instead of using Curse, so I really need to swap that up. So anyway, we've been able to... He's ended up swapping two of them out, and I've been able to have them poisoned and cause a little bit of damage to themselves, so it's a bit of chip damage, not bad. So here I'm going to verse the Arceus, and it's going to go for the special Ren there, which I live quite well and get the Swagger off. So I'm like, good, hopefully he can hit himself in Confusion now. I can't use Attract because he's genderless anyway, so it won't work. So here he goes again, and he gets through it, and he uses Shadow Force, and I'm like, okay, I'll go for the Toxic, and, you know, it didn't hit, because he's out of there, and now he steps out of Confusion, so he gets the move off, hits me, and I just live on 13, which sucks, and my Toxic misses. I'm like, oh, 10% chance miss, it's all this Thunder Wave crap over again. So anyway, he gets away again using the same move, and I get up to 29 health, which sucks because I don't run the Unaware. I have Innards out, which I caught this guy through SOS chaining, so I didn't even have a choice really. But that's cool, so instead of taking off more, it only took a little bit. So here I bring in one of my lovely Posey, my great stallers I've used a lot. So I want to wrap him and stick him in to see how much he does. So Shadow Force takes off a lot, but it is a 2-turn attack, so if he does want to use it again, I'm fine. So he's wrapped, he's stuck in now, he can't return or anything, so I'm not fussed. So I'm going to go for the Synthesis here and heal myself, which is, you know, because I've got Triage, I go first whenever I use a healing move. He uses the same move, so he disappears. I get some lefties recovery, which leaves me, you know, just enough I should live it, I worked out. So I thought, he's faster than me, I'm not going to recover again in a little bit. And I just live on 6, and I'm like, oh, that was close. I was like, oh, skin of my teeth. If he got a bit of a higher roll, I may have been down there. But nonetheless, I get the Toxic off, he's poisoned. and I can heal myself back if he disappears. So I'm going to go for the Synthesis again, get my HP back. I'm like, this is good, you know, he'll probably use the same move or not, we'll see. And he does, and he goes for Judgment. And I thought this might be powerful enough, but it just lives, this time on 16, so I know that each turn he uses that, I'll be able to heal a bit more. So I'm not afraid of this at all. I will go for the Synthesis again, obviously, because I don't want to be stuck. And see, I'm stalling him here. Just, he can't do anything to me. He's stuck in with Wrap, which is cool. As I said, unfortunately he's genderless, so I can't use Attract, which would have been better. And then he could have not attacked all the time, but he's going to go down to the Toxic there. So that's Arceus down to my little posy here. So next comes in Mew, and I'm like, okay, well I've got to go for the Synthesis straight off the bat, because he's going to be able to take me out or do something. And he goes for the Mega Punch, not much damage. I'm like, you know, mixed defense is full HP, I'm pretty sure. So here he goes for the Psyche. I'm like, that does a little bit more. So I'll get the Wrap off, get him stuck in here, and then, you know, wear him down a little bit. And I was considering swapping straight away, but I was like, I'm not sure if I should. So I was umming and I thought, no, I'll go for another Synthesis, then I can get at least another Wrap turn off, take him down a bit more, see what happens. So he goes for Psychic, you know, I look at it and I go, okay, well, it only takes off about 40 odd. I know I can live another one, but I know he might have Synchronized, so I'm not sure. I'm like, I'm going to swap instead, because he's going to go for another Psychic, and I'll bring out Behemoth here, which is really cool, because I carry the I can't even remember, Magara or whatever berry, which means when I'm hit with a special attack, my special defense goes up, and I'm full HP, full special defense. And that recover was a misclick. It was supposed to be barrier, and I was worried that was going to affect me because I wanted to raise my defenses early before he swapped, or in case he swapped into anything. So I knew I had the Incineroar sitting there with at least a Dark move. So I got 2 off. He goes for the Metronome, gets Surf. I might run a Metronome team some stage just because it's fun. Anyway, I get the barrier up again, so that's 3 barriers. My defense is as high as possible, so nothing's going to one-shot me, and I've got Recover. So here he brings in the Mewtwo, and I went for the Energy Ball because Psychic's not very effective. Does a nice chunk, bit of Poison, should be able to take him out, and I was thinking a Wonder, and he does run the Recover, so I'm like, okay, well, I know for a fact that unless he carries Shadow Ball and gets a crit or decent hit, he won't take me out easy, but he swaps anyway because he knows he can't do too much. And he brings in the Incineroar, and I was like, I hope he doesn't have Darkest Lariat, which is a move which ignores my stat changes. So I was a bit worried, but he has Bite, and I'm like, okay, as long as he doesn't crit me, I'm fine, or get a few flinches. So I'm able to heal my HP back. Also, I'm running the ability Analytic on this Behemoth, which means if I attack second, I get 30% or 33% extra power on my attack. So there, I'm just go for Energy Ball because it's the only move I have to hit him. Psychic won't hurt him at all. And I'm able to take him down there with the Poison as well. So that worked out well, and he couldn't do much to me. So here they bring in the Toucan, and I'm like, oh, let's see if I can claim another one. He goes for the Brave Bird. I'm like, okay, yeah, I shouldn't do too much. And he gets crit. I'm like, damn, Behemoth was going to do a lot more work. But nonetheless, I'm going to bring out my Musharna here, and I'm like, I'm going to set up the Trick Room because that's the same set I've used in a few battles now, especially from the Eyes Wide Shut team. So I get my Trick Room up, which makes me faster than, well, the slowest Pokemon go first, and Musharna's not fast at all, so he's going to outspeed everything technically. And I was hoping he'd keep going for the Brave Bird so he could damage himself more, but he goes for the Beak Blast. And, you know, I should live another one anyway with Recovery, but I'll go for the Psychic here. I was hoping to take him out, and he just lives, which sucks because now if I take him out the next turn, the Future Sight's not going to hit anything, but I'm like, you know, there's no point in me taking a hit and letting the Future Sight take him out. I might as well just get rid of him now. So that's down, and I've got the few left, and then he brings out the shiny Nidorina, and I'm like, call Babs, and I was like, okay, I don't think this thing has much to hit me with, and if it wants to poison me, it can, because I should be able to take the others nonetheless. But it goes for the Bite, and I'm like, not phased. And here he misses. I'm going to set up the Trick Room again because it ended. I want to be faster than the rest of them. And instead of attacking again, I'm going to set up the Future Sight because I'm like, you know, he hasn't done too much. You're going for the Iron Tail. It's not doing too much. I'm happy with that. And so now if I take him out this turn, which I should, which I do here with the Psychic anyway, there's no problem. Whatever's coming in next turn, the Mew or Mewtwo, is going to get hit by Future Sight, so it's a bit more damage off him. So it brings back in the Mew here, and I'm like, okay, well, you get him with a Psychic, he goes for a Mega Punch, you know, he's not doing too much. He takes the Future Sight attack, I'm like, that's good, he's down low now, not much left on him. And so I was like, this will be good, I'll just wear him down a little more. But I'll use the I'll use Moonlight myself to get some HP back. To be honest, I think that may have been a misclick, I can't remember. But it worked anyway. So he goes for the Psychic again, doesn't do too much, that's not very effective. I will set up the Trick Room again, as I said, and because I like being faster. So I go for the Future Sight again, because if I can get a Future Sight / Psychic on this guy together, it's going to do a nice chunk of damage. So anyway, he actually withdraws the Mew and brings in Mewtwo here. And I'm going to hit the Psychic, it does a little bit of damage, not too much. Now I'm like, it's a shame he didn't wait one more turn, because I would have taken him out with the Poison and Future Sight probably. But nonetheless, I'll go for another Psychic, and he goes for the Recover. But I'm not too phased, as I said, I know I can stall this out, and he gets hit with a Future Sight attack. Now here I thought he's in here, and he's not going to be too afraid to recover again. He's not losing too much yet to the Toxic, because he's badly poisoned, it does build up. So I thought, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a Future Sight attack on here, let him recover more, I'm not too phased, not worrying me whatsoever. And here, I believe it's this turn I do, I don't worry about that. I'm going to, oh no, sorry, I do stay in for a second. I do hit him with another Psychic, and I was thinking about it, I probably should have done it earlier actually, but I ended up deciding to do it. It's either this turn or next turn, I'm just waiting to double check because it was a stally battle, I can't remember every turn. Yeah, here. I thought I'm going to bring in Posey again because he can't do too much to Posey. He's probably going to go for a recover here. And the thing is, if I can get a wrap off, he can't switch back. And because he's badly poisoned, the damage amount from badly poisoned goes from a little bit, and each turn increases a bit more. As you can see, it's doing a lot more than when he first came in. So now if I can trap him in, he can't do anything, and the poison's pretty much going to take him out. So I was like, yep, now you're stuck in, I can get rid of you, and then I just have the Mew to take care of. So anyway, you can see how much that did, and he's going down next turn. I only have Wrap as an attacking move, so I'm not going to take him out with that. And he's actually going to take me out with Psychic there, but didn't worry me because he's going down to the Poison. So that's a double kill turn, I like those, they're pretty cool. And he's going to bring back in the Mew, and here I thought, oh well, I know my R-Box should outspeed it, and if not, I can easily take it out. But I've got the Crunch here, quickly Crunch, the only probably least stally part of the game, and that's it. 2-0 win. So that was a pretty fun battle, really stally, as I said, but I do enjoy the stally ones. I don't know if I'm just an arsehole or I just enjoy it. But guys, if you did like that battle, please do toxic the like button because it does really help. It builds up, and you know, the views also help. And I love hearing back from you guys in the comments, even the few people who point out my stupid statements during the commentary, or even the people who just say, you know, they have the same experiences. I love every comment except for the spam, but that's not you guys. So yeah, guys, I'm just happy to make these, and I'm going to try and get more coming faster because I have been a bit sidetracked during the last week or so, and doing the frames on the videos is taking longer, and it's frustrating, but I do prefer that than just uploading quicker videos that are just no framed and don't look as good in my opinion. But anyway guys, until the next video, I'll see ya.